of 2 local officials. The search is ongoing for 2 Cessna planes that went missing in a span of less than 1 month. After a series of rollbacks, oil prices are up again tomorrow. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. Lanao del Sur Governor Mamintal Adjong Jr. is now recovering in a hospital after a bullet slug was removed from his right lower hip. Adjong and several others were ambushed last Friday in Kalilangan town in Bukidnon. 3 of the governor's aides and his driver were killed, while 3 others were injured. League of Municipalities Lanao del Sur President and Butig Mayor Dim Natang Pansar called for a speedy investigation on the incident.
It's not only against us, but a travesty on the morals of the good people of the province of Lanao del Sur. We call on the families of the perpetrators to show their sincerity in the call for justice, for surrendering to the authorities the relatives involved in this disturbing act.
Investigation is also ongoing into the ambush of a Cagayan official in Nueva Vizcaya. Apari Vice Mayor Romel Alameda and his 5 aides were killed in the town of Bagabag. National Police Public Information Office Chief Rodrigo Maranan said that a special investigation task force was created to probe the incident. He added that they have already identified persons of interest, while motive for the killing is still inconclusive.
Sa motive ngayon, tinitingnan natin personal dealings, tinitingnan natin yung pagiging politician niya at yung iba't ibang pang anggulo na may posibilidad na gamiting motive. Sa ngayon, basta ang sinabi ng ating regional director, meron silang mga tinututukang mga individuals dyan. So once na meron na tayong malinaw dyan, pwede natin sabihin.
Maranan said that there's no need to impose a gun ban yet in the area where near the crime scene though have been set up. Authorities cannot confirm yet if the wreckage found near Mayon Volcano's crater is from the Cessna 340 plane that went missing over the weekend. Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines spokesperson Eric Apolonio said that the search team has yet to reach the site to make a positive identification of the aircraft. Apolonio also questioned the possibility of the plane crashing near Mount Mayon.
Wala isipan mo yan kung iyan talaga yung nakitang yung hinahanap namin dahil dapat sa kabilang side sila dumaan eh. Pwede sila napunta rin sa left side. Na? That's one. Number 2, antayin na lang natin yung aircraft investigation kung para ma-determine kung ano talaga yung nangyari. Thirdly, yung kung ngayon, medyo nahihirapan po yung ating ground system dahil medyo very steep yan eh. Yung area ng Mayon yan.
Meanwhile, the search for the first missing Cessna plane also continues. Cessna 206 lost contact in Isabela on January 24. Apolonio reiterated that the aircraft had a certificate of airworthiness. In other news, Foreign Affairs Chief Enrique Manalo confirms there have been regular cases of harassment in the West Philippine Sea. Manalo made the statement during a security conference panel discussion in Munich, Germany. He added that these incidents have been, quote, depriving the Philippines of the use of its exclusive economic zone. The DFA chief, however, said that the situation with China is very complex because of Manila's ties with Beijing.
We've also agreed with China that this issue is not going to be the sum total of our relationship with China. You know, it's a very complex situation. The Philippines and China and other countries in the region have very strong links with China on the economic and cultural front.
We're bringing you more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. Oil companies will implement an oil price hike tomorrow, Tuesday, after a series of rollbacks. Diesel prices will be up by 1 peso and 5 cents per liter, while gasoline will be pricier by 90 centavos per liter. Kerosene, meanwhile, will have a 25 centavo per liter decrease. The new round of adjustment is attributed to Russia's cut on oil production, the projected increase in global demand, and China's increased consumption amid looser COVID-19 protocols. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla defends the decision of the Corrections Bureau to relocate its headquarters in a section of the Basungi Geo Reserve in Rizal. Remulla says the agency has a right to the 270-hectare section of the reserve. This is part of the Bucor's plan to build regional prison facilities to decongest Bilibid. The Masungi Geo Reserve Foundation had earlier appealed to Bucor to rethink the relocation plan, but Remulla says he has already talked to Environment Chief Antonia Yulo Loizaga about the matter.
Ang mahalaga lang sa Masungi ay ma-preserve yan, ngunit yung ibang lupa na hindi nagagamit ay magamit naman ng gobyerno. Kasi the title of even Masungi belongs to the government. Huwag magkakamali yung tao magsabi na sila lang ang mag-aaring magbantay ng kalikasan. It does not belong to one foundation at all, but to all the Filipino people.
The Philippines' biggest vegetable greenhouse facility is set to rise in Bulacan. This aims to help secure food security for the country. Metro Pacific Investments Corporation Chairman and President Manny V. Pangilinan Group, dubbed as Metro Pacific Fresh Farms, the 22-hectare property aims to add to the country's supply of vegetables and bring down their prices. The joint venture targets to produce about 1,600 metric tons of vegetables annually. Meanwhile, Pangilinan said that they are still studying whether to invest in large-scale farming, something that he says will address the country's problems in rice, sugar, and fruits.
You add to the food supply available to people, right? If you have more vegetables available, 1,600 tons more of vegetables each year, and this is just a start, I would hope that the laws of supply and demand should push down prices.
The next challenge for the food group is actually, should we get into large-scale farming? But that's what you need to address the rice situation here, the sugar situation, and the fruits. You don't want to buy land because we'd rather put the money into the factors of production, no? To get it's all around. I mean, in terms of Indonesia, just leases the land. The government leases the land to the palm oil producers, for example. Malaysia, the same thing, and Thailand. Most are on these properties. So the money is put into production inputs for agri products, and I think that's the kind of model we're looking for.
A 50-year-old Filipina-American finished strong in one of the world's biggest race events. Along the way, she also raised funds for children in need back in her hometown of Negros Occidental. Gretchen Ho tells us about the inspiring story of Julie Uitia.
7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days. The World Marathon Challenge is one of the most grueling, physically demanding, and logistically challenging races in the world. For 7 straight days, participants flew from one continent to the other, braving the strong winds and freezing temperatures of the Antarctica, all the way to the hot and humid weather of Brazil. Among the pack of runners stood out Pinay Julie Uitia, who carried the Philippine flag proudly with her as she started off an adventure of a lifetime.
Sometimes you can't really see anything anymore. You just keep going, and I just want to raise the Philippine flag in Antarctica. And that was my goal, and I want to finish. I want to raise the flag.
There were those who couldn't make it to the finish line, but the Negros-born Uitia kept on and finished 4th in Antarctica, 3rd in Cape Town, South Africa, 2nd in Perth, Australia, and then went on to win the Dubai, Spain, Brazil, and Miami legs. Uitia won 4 out of the 7 races, but went head-to-head in the overall results with USA's Keen Derdere, who finished with a faster average time of 3:49.23, just 4 seconds below the time of Julie. Still, it was a champion's conquest to finish the challenge and win the races.
This has pretty much consumed my life in the last 9 months of rigorous training. I mean, we've done back-to-back marathon distances in trainings.
The more impressive feat, Julie is about to turn 50. She says she only started running seriously at the age of 44 because of her sister, who is also a runner. The registered nurse migrated about 30 years ago from her hometown in Bacolod and is now working as a director for clinical services in Arizona. But even with the distance, she's never forgotten where she came from. Julie, like many others who took part in the World Marathon Challenge, is running for a cause. She's decided to adopt the Kalipay Negrense Foundation, a non-government organization that takes care of disadvantaged kids.
Kalipay, we rescue and we take care, full-time take care of abused children. And I'm talking of really little children with a lot of trauma.
I just saw the faces of those kids, the longing for love and affection. And these are abused kids, neglected kids. And we saw how the staff at Kalipay embraced them, loved them, and just giving them a chance to a new life.
As of today, Julie has raised about $30,000 or about 1.6 million pesos on her GoFundMe page, which she says her husband has promised to double. Now, all of the proceeds will be used to build a healing center for the children of Kalipay.
She's a huge blessing. My God, she's a Filipina, Gretchen, and she's from Negros.
For the kids and the Philippines, Julie has served as a bright light, and her undaunting spirit has definitely made long strides all over the world and in the hearts and minds of many.
Hard work, determination, commitment, having that strong mindset that you can do something and just make it happen. Mabuhay. Mabuhay. Yeah, very proud.
Gretchen Ho, We Are One News.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Angela Lagunsad. We are One News, all sides, all the time.